Hello again. So I was going to talk about JCB, but it seems that COWLAZARS just put out an announcement. So I'll leave that to them to talk about. So if you go to COWLAZARS tonight when they go live, or go now because there's a link now. So you don't have to wait for COWLAZARS to come on to go to the link, and you can watch the link before they talk about it. So if you go to COWLAZARS for the link, I'm busy. If you go to COWLAZARS for the link, that will take you to the JCB that they're talking about chests, not 5 chests. So this, apart from that, hence the picture on the front, this will be more to do with Dave. I don't know if it's part of the narrative. It talks about the gunfight, and so he put a video out that was none of your business, I think, talking about his thrill of the chase. I would imagine that would be the case. It would be his thrill of the chase. So Dave was trying to ridicule this person. Hey, Arnif J, how you doing? It's good to have you here. COWLAZARS stealing my thunder, but it's probably better that they talk about it than me. So I'll just do whatever else I was going to talk about. A scoop or a shovel with a new handle, so a new title. But Dave Man from the East is it's just, I don't know. I want to believe that it's part of the narrative. I really do. Hey, Davey. How you doing? I want to believe that it's part of the narrative that Dave Man from the East is working alongside Foorrest, to do this. But the information he gives is not even correct. And then I can't believe that Foorrest has anything to do with it. Like, he's not part of the narrative because he's absolutely clueless. The statements that he makes are not correct. The dates that he gives are not correct. It just begs belief that he keeps, I can't use that word, but just so silly. It really is just beyond belief. You've unsubscribed. So I was going to talk about JCB being on Spotify. So yeah, if you're interested in the JCB hunt and well, if you see it, you'll see you'll see what it's about, and the implication that it might have something to do with Forrest Fenn and the end of the Forrest Fenn hunt. But as COWLAZARS going to do it, then I'll let people watch it there. Well, no, you don't have to watch it there. I don't know if they're going to show it, but you can go to Spotify. It's episode 141. There's Treasure Inside on Spotify, and it's John and Steph, which sounds very much like Jonathan Stoof, but there's somebody called John, Jon, and somebody called Steph. And it's episode 141, and it's John Collins Black, There's Treasure Inside. So if you go to Spotify, it'll be on there. I don't want to steal their thunder because obviously they're going to be doing it, so I'll leave that to them. But you can go and watch the stream or whatever it's called on Spotify. So it's episode 141, and obviously they do lots of different things, but they're on episode 141 now, and I can't remember what it's called. The history something. I can't remember what they're called. Ah, there you go. David B's put it in chat. Hi, Luli. How you doing? It's good to have you here. Really enjoyed that tarot reading. Brilliant. Yep, another one. Absolutely. You should do lots of them. I mean, Ashley's done something similar, but it was really good. Really good. And, the time was good. Yeah, you don't need to be quicker. It gives, us lay people time to understand what it is that you're saying and, access the information like the cards and that, because, us lay people, we don't know what they mean. So, yeah, it was good. The timing was good. It gave me time to understand, what the cards were about, what they meant, what they were called, wands, swords, whatever, different meanings, different look compared to the cards that I see. So Italian cards, when you play Italian cards, they're similar cards, a pack of cards with the wands and the cups and that. But those are obviously way different than what I'm used to. So, you don't need to watch COWLAZARS to watch There's Treasure Inside, but obviously they may give a little bit more information compared to what is on the video, or may not. They may not. May not know anything more than what is in that video that they're asking you to watch, but they're going live later. So hopefully I'm not going to be on here too long because they're going to go live. So I was going to talk about that, but COWLAZARS are going to do it so they can talk about that. But Dave, man from the East, it's like, come on, man, wake up. Please, stop it. You absolutely make yourself look silly. You're saying and stating information which is totally incorrect. It wasn't 2019. You're talking about 2019, but the information you talk about was 2020. And you're talking 2024, the grid, and the grid was talked about in 2020 as well. And it's like, you have no idea what you're saying, but you're still saying it. And it's just a silly thing to do. Stop it. The stuff that you don't understand is in the poem. So let's talk about the dirt and the reflection and all those things that have been talked about. You, with your limited ability to think, using logic, don't know why that is, whether it's part of the narrative or not. I can't believe that it is, because all your information is just so way off. In order to find the reflection and the dirt that is on the chest, there is a chest in the Rocky Mountains. That was found. And there is another secret treasure. That was found. And the reflection in those chests, or lack of reflection, depends on which chest you found. One being the Foorrest Fenn chest, one another chest, or another trove, or whatever it is you want to call, or riches, or treasures, or whatever you want to call them. Another one. So the reflection in the chest that's in the Rocky Mountains. So if you watch the videos that I did, you will see that I talked about a chest that's in the Rocky Mountains. And that chest, where's that chest? That chest is at the point that you see riches in the poem. And this is for Dave, not for normal sane people who actually use a few brain cells to think. Where that is, where it says riches, CHES, you know how close to the chest that is, and then you add the T. There's the chest, and it's in the Rocky Mountains. And that chest has Foorrest. And that chest has the reflection of Foorrest. in the Rocky Mountains. You know the reflection that was talked about that you have no idea? The reflection that was talked about by that none of your business. That reflection, that's in the poem. The reflection you can see of Foorrest is in the poem. But there is a reflection that you maybe could or couldn't see. And at that point, found Mario in the poem. Remember I said it's in the poem? I said we're all in the poem, and you can read the poem and find the information in the poem. And someone told you all that information in the poem, and you ridiculed them. But that information, you know where that information could have come from? Foorrest is the only person that could have given us that information. The only person that could have given us that information. So, if not Foorrest, who did Foorrest tell that information to give to the Foorrest Fenn community? Certainly not you, Dave, because you talked about it, had no idea about it, gave the wrong years for when things happened, and didn't understand it in the slightest. And you say there's fraud. There's only one fraud here. Only one. Your solve is the worst solve. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It has to be planned to be the worst solve. Like, there'll be lots of different solves for different people. I was talking to Davey, different people will latch on to different solves. They'll either like a solve or not like a solve based on their own imaginings and their own thoughts. And your solve is the worst solve. Even though Palisades Hill and everything, yeah, it's all brilliant. But the rest of it, no, has nothing to do with what Foorrest Fenn said. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to do with what Foorrest Fenn said. And yet, of all the ridicule that you put through probably 90% of the video, that you were ridiculing this person that you were ridiculing, that may be Foorrest, or his words, that person that you're ridiculing, everything was wrong until they talked about superheroes, and then it was brilliant. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Everything this person said, you were putting question marks and exclamation marks to. Then when they talked about superheroes, brilliant. But Dave, there's one superhero that you missed. A Marvel character that you missed. And in the version of that Marvel character, there is an unknown person. Did you miss it on purpose? Did you miss this Marvel character on purpose? This Marvel character is Super Mario. So of all the superheroes that you had in there, you didn't mention one called Super Mario. And yet, absolutely, is a Marvel character. Why is that, Dave? Is there some bias going on there? Did you talk yourself out of a decent solve because you're biased, or because the information you got, you chose? And you didn't look for real information. What if, I'm not saying it is, but what if Super Mario is in the chest? And I'm not claiming that I'm Super Mario. I'm not claiming I have anything to do with Super Mario. Only that 2 seconds of a search on the internet, the things that you do and look for stuff, you can find that information that would help your solve, would be part of your solve. That information could be part of your solve, but you didn't see it. Begs the question, why not? Why didn't you see it? I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. A 2 to 3 second search on the internet could give you that information based on your information. Based on the information you were given. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. The dates you gave, totally wrong. Trying to say about, oh, Jack, 2019 knew this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. You haven't heard a single word I've said. The grid search is not the solve for the Foorrest Fenn poem. So found the chest. Found the chest. Grid search came after for something else. But you have no idea what it is you're saying and no idea what it is you're reading, and you're giving out the wrong information. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I did comment, Luli. Yeah, good bit. Yes, I am going to do more readings for traditional readings. Didn't know everyone else did it. No one else did it. So, problems. Yeah, I think a while ago Ashley was doing stuff, but not like you did it. That was more personal. You did it for the community and whatever. But you know, if you want to do it personally, you obviously have the experience and the skill to do it. And it's, I can't speak for everybody, but I would get the imagining that, you know, people would enjoy it. Lots of people would enjoy it in the community. So it would be brilliant if you did. And if you did it live, you know, probably even better. But I'm not forcing you to do that. I'm just saying it's probably better if it was live. But thank you for that. It's brilliant. Absolutely enjoyed it. Dave Woodard calls BS. Oh, yeah, I've said that. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, if you call BS for something, but if you make a stand about something and you say, this is bullshit, don't turn around and say it helps. Well, that don't make no sense at all. Don't say this is all bullshit and then turn around and say, yeah, it's right. It's about the superheroes, thanks. It helps me. But you just said it was bullshit. How does bullshit help you? Which is no different than the other people saying, you're stealing our soul, Mara, you're stealing our soul, you talk shit. I'm stealing your soul and I talk shit. Doesn't that make your soul shit? If I'm stealing your soul and I talk shit because I'm stealing your soul, doesn't that make your soul shit? What, and why would I steal it if it's shit? It just, some of the things people say, just, it's not credible. It's hard to believe that they're true statements. And talking about true statements, Frank, what are you doing? Please stop it. Please stop it. Please stop. I am not paid, unlike some people in the chase, I am not paid by anybody to do or say any of the things that I do. No one. Please stop. It's very annoying when you insinuate that I am as low as somebody like you. You do things for money and you say things for money and you do things in a negative way to out people. I don't do any of those things. None of them. Not one of them. Please do not think that I am of the same ilk as you are. I am not. That's not to say I don't like you. That's just to say you are one person, I am another, and I do not, really do not, appreciate you saying that I'm some sort of con artist, because I'm not. Now, at least Trusted says it in a fairly nice way without implying that I am getting paid. I find it despicable that you insinuate that, Frank. I really do. Really do. Really do. That you insinuate I'm getting paid to do these things. This thrill of the chase that I underwent, this work that I did to get answers, is not being paid for. I am not one of your actors. I am not one of your actors. And it makes me a little bit angry that you insinuate that I am. So please know, anybody who wants to say those things, say them. But at the end of the day, remember, you said them, and I'll be right to do something regarding that, should I feel it necessary. Stop with the slander. Stop it. I'm sick to death of people saying that I do and say things because they would do and say things like that, or because they are getting paid, or whatever it is. I'm a searcher in the forest fair and through the chase. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. I am a searcher in the forest fair and through the chase. If you like it, great. If you don't, great. But don't make anything up. Don't think that just because the world that you live in, I am part of that. I'm not part of that. I'm not part of that. I may be in the community, but I'm not part of that. So stop it. I do not get paid. I am not an actor. The information I'm giving you is truthful information based on my experiences, not what I've been told to say, what I did. I'm going to do a follow-up later tonight and another short reading. Woohoo! Hey, fantastic. What's up? Balloons, they're up. Inflation, that's up. All good. How are you? But it has zip, nada, nothing. Couldn't find his finger if it was easy. But kiss, maybe live someday. I'd really enjoy a live. But it was great as it was. It was great as it was. It's just probably could have done with asking some. I'll say questions, but I want to put a word before that, and I don't know what the word is. Not relevant. Confirming information, like just. I'm agreeing with David B on what the Superman solve is. Yeah, I think we're all agreeing on that. I just don't get it. I really don't. But it's bad enough that he's like, you claim bullshit, fine, but don't then use it. Don't say this is bullshit, this is bullshit, this is bullshit, this is bullshit. Oh, and by the way, you're talking about Superman and it's okay, or superheroes and that's okay because it helps me. You just spent half an hour or more claiming it was bullshit. And he didn't say the video wasn't talking about superheroes everywhere, anywhere outside of the chest. They were in the chest. That was the statement. And he's like, yeah, that helps me. You're talking about a grave marker with the name Kent on it that you add the word super to, and the word Clark. And I don't know. I don't know what it is you're doing. I really don't. I really do not know. It is the worst compared to what Forrest Fenn said, and that's how I do all of my, imaginings, deep thinking. I listen to what Forrest says, and I go, "Oh, let's have a look at this solve." No, 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 no. And it's probably the one solve that us all knows. There's nothing that Forrest said that sort of lends itself to that solve, how it could possibly be that solve. Searchers still don't get it. This is about Forrest and making it happen. Yeah, I think searchers don't get it. This was, I mean, some of them are probably getting it now, getting more and more information. Like David Paisano was saying something, a bit sarcastically, but, along the right lines about what's going on and what they should have understood, from the information that Forrest Fenn was given. You can hide it. You can hide it in the same place. It's like, Don't nobody question that. What the heck is wrong with people? Don't nobody question that statement. You can hide it again in the same place. The chest has been found. What are you going to hide? What's going to be hid in the same place? No one's ever going to find it there. What could possibly be hid in the same place when the talk should be about, yeah, the chest was found, such and such found it, blah, blah, blah. That's not what the talk was about. The talk was about hiding something else in the same place. And nobody questions it. Nobody says, well, why is Foorrest and Shiloh talking about hiding something else in the same place when they should be talking about the treasure was found and where was it found? It's crazy. It's crazy that people don't question those things. On one of Dave's first videos, he said, if no one else will step up and say their soul is right, then I will. He then offered a solution. He's changed it. Yeah, so me and Davey talk about this. You know, he did a video, said he found the spot without the cross, without anything. I don't know how he found it without the cross, because now he's saying it's all about the cross. And I don't even know if that's his cross. But he found the cross after he already found the place, but he didn't dig it up. He found the place, and then Shiloh went to the place that he went to and took the chest. Then he went back and magically there's a cross there. Then he makes videos that says, yeah, the little brown signs from Durfell, I think it was. Yeah, that helps with my solve. And then somebody else did a bit and that helps with my solve. And now we've just had him talking about this solve being bullshit all the way through until it helps with his solve when it talks about superheroes in the chest. And in the video, it talks about, you know, finding the treasures piecemeal. Well, the treasures are in the poem. The diamonds, the emeralds, the rubies, pearls, sapphires, Ceylon sapphires. Right near the canopy of stars, to be fair, the Ceylon sapphires. But he talks about all this stuff and claimed that it's part of his solve. And it's like, no, you're missing the point, Dave. You're absolutely missing the point. And you don't understand what the person is saying. I say Foorrest. There's one person that could have given that information, and that would have been Foorrest, or whoever Foorrest has confided in. So basically, Dave is saying, Foorrest, you're wrong on that bit. No, Foorrest, you're wrong on that bit. No, Foorrest, you're wrong on that bit. No, Foorrest, you're wrong on that bit. So either question marks or exclamation marks he was using all the way through. And then when it came to superheroes in the chest, he says, oh, that helps me. And I'm thinking, what? So the chest was dirty. That's correct. In the poem, the chest is dirty, using the R. He found Mario. It's correct. In the poem, doing that, you find my name in where Major Foorrest Bloke Fenn is. Where the Major is, that's the Mario that they find. The forest, the chest in the Rocky Mountains, you find his reflection in the chest. The word reflection, chest, forest, and then the trove chest, the other chest, second chest, whatever you want to call it, there is no reflection. You can't get the word reflection, so it disappears. You can get it if you do something else. But my reflection, the reflection of the person that isn't Foorrest but is Foorrest, that reflection you don't see. And it is, the chest is dirty. So using that information, that's correct. Absolutely correct. And the grid is not the same information to find the first part as it is to find the second part. So the information that this person, none of your business, I thought it was octogenarian, but none of your business comes to mind. Might be wrong on that. But it's either octogenarian or none of your business, or they're both the same person. But Dave is absolutely slating this person with exclamation marks and question marks that this person doesn't know what the heck he's talking about, and this is all, you know, some sort of big fraud thing. And it's like, you haven't heard a single word I've said. You still think words mean what you think they do, and everything is exactly as it seems. And you make yourself look more and more silly by saying what you're saying And the only person that could have wrote those words is Foorrest. Or someone that Foorrest said, look, here, I want you to write this. And it just begs belief that he openly says Foorrest is wrong. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I'm not saying I'm the solver. I'm not saying I'm the phone. I'm just saying whoever this person was saying that they found me and the information I was given helped. That makes sense. And he's going, no, exclamation marks, question marks. Then he's talking about the timeline that these things happen. And I'm thinking, no, that's impossible. So at one point, 2020 was being talked about. And he's talking about 2019. So what's that got to do with anything? Then he says, 5 years, I've only done the grid in 2024. What? What? Wait, what? I only did the grid in 2024? I don't think so. I don't think so. I just started doing the grid in 2024. That won't make any sense. So I think if Dave watches this, I think you need to think carefully about what you're saying and the timeline you're talking about and what you think is true and what is really true. This, I don't care if you're the solver. I'm not trying to prove you incorrect. I'm just telling you what Foorrest Fenn said. Make your own mind up. Now, you have not heard one single thing that I've said that Foorrest said. Otherwise, you go, can't be that. It can't be my solve. The fact that it's in a place where everybody goes, anybody goes, wherever that place is, wherever that car park is, people go there all the time. All the time. All the time. Probably Saturday and Sunday as well. All the time they go to that car park. But the chest is in a place people do not normally go. There is only one way in. There is hot water. The chest is wet. And I can go on with everything that Foorrest Fenn said that says it's not that solve. It cannot be that solve. And that's the same with all the solves. Cannot be. And I know it cannot be because Foorrest makes the statements and says, not that solve. This is why it's not that solve. Not that solve. This is why it's not that solve. Not that solve. This is why it's not that solve. And you can prove it because he told KPRO, if you're walking more than a mile, you're walking too far. That basically says your solve is wrong. Anybody with any sense will go, well, hang on a minute, he's just told me if I'm walking more than a mile, my solve is wrong. I know the chest is wet. Well, if my chest isn't wet, it can't be that. That's as simple as it is. That's exactly how precise that is, or how simple it is. If my chest is not wet, my solve is wrong. That's it. That is it. If my chest is not wet, my solve is wrong. If it's in a place people go, my solve is wrong. If there cannot be people 200 feet from it, many 500 feet, my solve is wrong. If it's below 5,000 feet, my solve is wrong. If it's above 10,200 feet, my solve is wrong. That's how simple it is. You just keep saying all of those things that Foorrest said. Not me. I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't. I'm just trying to tell you, look, maybe you deserve another turn. If you hear what Foorrest Fenn says, he's telling you that that solve is wrong. And he doesn't have to be talking about your solve. He could be talking about another solve, but it affects your solve. Your solve is 3 miles. No, not that. Your solve is 1.5 miles. No, not that. I don't care. I'm merely saying, you're telling me your solve is 3 miles. I'm telling you, Foorrest said, if you're walking more than a mile, you're walking too far. So therefore, based on Foorrest's information, not mine, I don't care. Based on Foorrest's information, It's wrong. I can't help that Foorrest said if you're walking more than a mile, you're walking too far. I can't help that. I'm merely pointing out that Foorrest did say it, and it should help you decide whether your solve is correct or not. How does that make me a bad person? I think that makes me a good person. That's like me saying, hey, hang on, don't walk out there. You've got toilet paper on your shoe. Why are you having a go at me? I'm trying to do you a favour. I'm trying to do you a favour. Don't go out looking stupid. Sorry, silly. Don't go out looking silly. Stop a minute. Take the toilet paper from your shoe. Then carry on. But you have a go at me like I'm trying to be nasty, or I'm trying to be vindictive, or I'm trying to prove that you're incorrect. I'm trying to help you not carry on saying and doing the things that you're doing and saying, which cannot possibly be correct. They can't possibly be correct. There is no way, not based on what I think. I'm not arguing with you with what I'm thinking. They're not my thoughts. It's not my argument. That's me just going, well, according to Fenn speak, it means this, and therefore, no. The simplest one is it's in a place people will not normally go. The majority, I would say 99% of souls are in places that people go. And they still say, it's my soul. I have the correct soul that's in a place people go. Excuse me, in a place that people go. Now, when I say in a place that people go, I don't mean anywhere that people go. I mean the place where the chest is, people do not normally go there. That doesn't mean to say that they're not 200 feet from it, or many 500 feet from it, but the place where the chest is, you don't normally go. That's how simple it is. So stop. I don't know. It makes me laugh. Hey, Jeep girl, it's always good to see you. Okay, will do. Get my headphone. Uh-oh, don't know what that is. I missed some stuff. You'll get it. Hello, friends. Yes. Hello, Jeep. He even offered his truck a 50k for a better solve. If his solve is the worst in the chase, he technically owes everyone. No, it is the worst. I'm not just saying that. I'm not trying to be horrible. I'm not vindictive. I don't care. I say I have no dog in the fight, but excuse me. It doesn't matter to me. I want Foorrest to make it happen. He is trying to do something, or has done something, and he's making it happen. That's it. That is it. Now, don't get me wrong. I've told you before. Yes, I would love to have money. Who would not love to have money? Who would not love to have money? But this is not about me, and it's not about Davy B. It never was. If it was 4 years ago, whatever it was, I would have said and done lots of different things. I don't care who the solver is. The solver for me is Foorrest Fenn. That's all there is to it. The solver is Major Foorrest Burke Fenn. He solved it. He found it. He did it. He solved it. End of story. And everything that he said meant that everybody's incorrect. If nobody's right, then everybody's wrong. That's fair enough. But you need to understand everything that has been said in the chase to understand the thrill of the chase. And people aren't trying to do that. And it's crazy. Dave solve has nothing that relates to what Foorrest Fenn said that can make his solve correct. Just a specialised knowledge. No. Just it's in a place people would not normally go. No. Nobody's going to stumble on that chest. No. The chest is wet. No. And the list goes on. Not associated with a man-made object. No. You won't stumble on that chest. Oh, I don't know. I stumbled on it, went away, came back. There's a cross there, and that's all about the cross. And it's such a is the word tenuous link? Like, what? You made up all this stuff, Lois, Clark, Superman, Esther, Homely Girl. It's like, what are you doing? How are you grabbing All of this information. Listen, Dave. Listen to this. Listen. Please listen. All you need is the poem. Stop it. It's crazy. You have nothing from the poem that tells you any of the stuff that you're telling us. There is nothing that tells you warm, begin to wear warm water's halt. Nothing. You get all this information from wherever you get it from, this specialized information, absolutely specialized information that's taken you years and years and years and has evolved over the years. If you have a solve, and it's the solve, it's correct, it's brilliant, it's amazing. There's the solve. This is my solve. See my solve? There it is. Oh, hang on. I'm just changing it. This is my solve. Hang on. I'm just changing it. This is my solve. This is the solve for the Foorrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase. Hang on. This is my solve for the... What are you doing? You keep changing it. How can it be correct? If it was correct in the first place, you would never have changed anything. There would be nothing to change. Correct is correct. That's it. How can you have a solve that keeps evolving? That's beyond crazy. You cannot have a solve that keeps evolving that is the correct solve. There should be one answer. That's it. So everything that you say, everything, and it's crazy. And I have to believe, even though what you say makes me not believe it, but I have to believe that you're part of the greater good. All this rubbish that you put out is part of the greater good. And I've done a video before and I haven't put it out, but in that video I said, look, if you're part of making the chaos work, put the solves out so there's chaos and people don't know which is which and, you know, leaves it up in the air, then stop telling people your solve is wrong with the information you're giving. Stop it. Like, get a solve and people don't understand it really. Like, they can associate with it, get a few points from it, you know, up in the air about whether it's right or wrong. But don't go to the nth degree to prove it's incorrect. Don't tell people it's in a place where people can go. Don't tell people it's in a place where the chest isn't wet. Don't keep saying all those things that prove beyond a shadow of doubt that if you were supposed to be causing chaos with your solve, you've just nudged it out of contention by keep saying all of these things. So the best thing you can do is come up with a solve, not highlight all the things that are wrong with it, and leave it out there for people to ponder and work out for themselves whether they're wrong, whether it's wrong. But you pretty much say, well, it's wrong because of this, and 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 I've added this, and I've added this, and I've added this, and I've added this, and you just prove it more and more wrong. So if you want to have it as part of the chaos that leaves everything open and nobody knows which solve is correct, then stop pinpointing the inadequacy of the solve, because then people just go, well, it's definitely not Dave's solve. Well, there's no chaos there, is there? No, nobody believes that it's your solve. It would have stood more of a chance if you just did the first video and left it at that, instead of trying to make it better and better and better and better. I don't know. Well, he's talking 100K now. It's gone up. It's just crazy. Pre-ordered book today, but haven't listened to the Spotify episode. Will tonight. Yeah, obviously it's going to be worth listening to. And I mean listening to. I really do mean that. I mean listening to. Hear what's being said. And visualize, you know, the Thrill of the Chase end and the JCB beginning. Just really listen to what's being said in that interview. And like I said before, it's John and Steph. It's almost Jonathan Stoof. It's crazy. John and Steph are the hosts. It's almost Jonathan Stoof. and then interviewing the man with the gun, JCB, 1032, 1032. So, but listen to what's being said in the interview, please. Just with an open mind. Don't, prejudge anything that could be said. I think the JCB hunt will be fun. At least there are prize. I think it'll be brilliant. I think it'll, for the JCB hunt to be brilliant, then the Foorrest Fenn hunt should, finish in a spectacular way, and that will, open up the door for, all sorts of epic fun and answers. I so closely to it, keeping it. Oh, Davey said it, so I might as well just leave David a second. He's saying stuff. Okay, will do. Get my headphones out. Oh, that was what we were for. Hi, oh, you lot been talking. Hi, it's a good podcast. Jody, miss you too. Someday we can go search together. I'm also looking forward. Everybody's looking forward to JCB. I suggest everybody listen to the podcast. I'm going to help Tyler. Is that Tyler in Montana? 5,000 feet is funny. 5,280 is well. It is a mile. Guess that 280 needed included. Well, the thing with Foorrest is he tells you the answer without telling you the answer, and he offers you a way in. Always offers you a way in if you're prepared to hear it. That's how it goes. But yeah, even the 10,200 feet, it's like, hang on, why 10,200? Well, why even that in the first place? Why 5,000 and 10,200? I mean, you can find that information in the poem anyway, the 5,000, 10,200. But why make that statement? There is a place that is 5,000 feet and 10,200 feet. There is a place with that margin of error, a physical place that exists that you can go to that is talked about as having the 5,000 and 10,200 feet. Solve has to work with what Foorrest said. Could you imagine if it did not? All hell would break out. Yes. Hey, Nikki. What have I missed? You never miss anything up here. Not near a human trail. Oh, yes, there is that. There is that. Sorry, Dave, I missed one. Actually, I've got to be honest, that's probably the least reason that I use. Like when people give me a solve, I never get to that point where I use that. Like most solves that people talk about has already been disproved before I get to it's not near a human trail. But yeah, that's enough. So it's not often that I say that. Well, hardly ever. Money corrupts most people. That was said about in the same with absolute power corrupts, and something corrupts absolutely or something. Strive for enough. Oh, that word. I don't care either. I'm not sure what we don't care about. Get the gloves, cracks knuckles. Oh no. It's a showdown. The code in the O. Dave dug up a brandy bottle, and that is where warm water holds fire water. That's another solve. That is just that solve there, fire water. And there's a whiskey solve on Whiskey Flats and the business and all that. That's another solve as well. So you can get, I've said before, you can get, just walk out of your house and, there's a solve for the Foorrest Fenn for the chase. When Foorrest drinks that on his deathbed, making Foorrest stupid. Love it. High code in the o.com. Stuperman. I am sure he is lost. We'll go back to the beginning. Esther, spelt with a H, is what gives rum its flavour and turns the ether using Lewis acids. Lewis and Clark. I'm sorry, but I just don't get. I keep trying to say that people, that give the solves are in the chase. Foorrest knows, told them, this is your script. Say these things, blah blah blah. But for Dave, it's like, Dave, you've gone off script, man. You're miles away from where you should be, and you're saying things that make no sense. Like you're trying to give your opinion about something, but you don't understand what's just been said to you. You're talking about years that aren't being talked about. And it's like, I don't get it. You know, it's one thing to debate information, but you're debating it with a fixed mindset that has nothing to do with what's in front of you, and it's crazy. And, you know, the person that wrote that could be Foorrest Fenn or somebody that knows exactly what went on in that poem, because there's no way you can do it. Unless you know about the Foorrest chest, unless you know Foorrest chest, Foorrest reflection, the person in the other chest, and their, you know, faded reflection, and the dirt on the chest, and all those things, found Mario, and all that. Unless you know all of that, you don't know. You don't know 2019. You don't know the difference between what happens in 2019, what happens in 2020, what happens after that. You talk about a grid that was worked on in 2024. It's like, I only started talking about a grid in 2024. Did I? Are you sure? I only started to work on the grid, show you the grid in 9 months. Did I? Or did I show it before then? Or did I talk about it before then? Oh, I'm off or something. Or did I do the grid with Try the Heel before then? Did I do the chess before then, which also had a grid, the 369 in it? It's like, what? If you're going to argue something, at least hear what the argument is about and then base your argument around that. Don't just make up random things because it just makes you look silly. Watch your video again, see what it is that you are ridiculing and saying is bullshit, and think about what's actually on the screen. What is actually on the screen? You're trying to argue two different things, and you don't know which one to stick with. And then at the end of all of it, saying this is bullshit, Dave calls bullshit. Yes, it helped me, you said. What? Wait, what? This is bullshit. Yes, it helped me. I don't know how that works. This is bullshit, but it helped me. Esther is in Brandy. Also cool coincidence that there was a bottle at the spot he dug up. It's a great coincidence considering he went to the spot without a cross, then went back to the spot and there was a cross. And then he said that on the cross, but you know, not associated with a man-made structure, on the cross, the nail went downwards. So it's nailed down. It's like, hang on. That's beginning where warm water's hole, not where you found the chest. So you don't even understand the reference of where you are with the nail down. You went from warm water's hole, Aquafria. Nobody else chose that, did they? Nobody else in the chase could possibly have started at that end, you know, the Red River end or whatever, or the War Memorial, Angel Fire. Nobody, or Eagle's Nest, or I'm trying to think of all the songs that I did around there. Eagle's Nest, the canyon, the Simon Canyon that I was talking about, along with the Utes and everything that was in that. I forgot it again. Here's a P. The Scout Place. Nobody's ever thought of those things, have they? Like, Dave, you're the only person that thought of that. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Even if there was only 50,000 people. Even if there was only 50,000 people. You think you're the only person that went to that place. You might have been the only person that went to the car park. Might have been. But Palisade Sill, come on. You're the only person. That'd be like saying that only one person ever went to Angel Fire. Only one person ever used Agua Fria. Only one person ever used Red River. Only one person ever used Umpagre River. Only one person ever used Madison. Only one person ever used Firehole. Shut up. It's absolutely crazy that you say those things. It really is. Just because nobody else has told you their solve doesn't mean nobody else had that solve. There's only so many warm waters hold. There's only so many. There isn't 350,000. If there was 350,000, there probably isn't 50,000 warm water holes. Once you get a warm waters hole, there has to be a canyon. There has to be. So the chances are, if you start a warm waters hole, somebody starts Agua Fria or wherever it is, Red River, Madison, Firehole, somebody starts there, there's a canyon. And even if you don't take the same canyon, even if you don't, it's not far but too far. And even if it's not that, there's a Homer Brown. It's like, it can only be the same thing. So even if you went down a different canyon and a different not far but too far, you look on the map and you go, where's Homer Brown? Oh, that's the Homer Brown. So you all go to that Homer Brown. Then from there, it's no place for the meat. What could be no place for the meat from here? The end is ever drawing nigh. What could be the end is ever drawing nigh? From this spot that we're all at, doing different souls. But at the end of the day, it can only be that Homer Brown. How many Homer Brown are there? Potential Homer Browns. That's harder than warm waters hole. How many potential Homer Browns are there? 350,000? 50,000? 1,000 Homer Browns? 500 Homer Browns? Out of all you searchers? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's not the way to solve it. It can't be. It cannot be. It just can't be. You think your Homer Brown is the only Homer Brown that people in the thrill of the chase missed. You're the only person to have that Homer Brown. And from that Homer Brown, there's no place for the meat. You're the only person that went from that Homer Brown to this no place for the meat. I don't know. I don't know. Every week he adds something more or new. He keeps providing info that shows it is wrong. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. 10,000 is the hard deck for pilots. 200-foot searcher is alive. If you go below, you'll crash and burn. 10k feet is... That's pretty much what Top Gun pilots do, though, don't they? So while they're training, 5,000 foot, 6,000 foot, or whatever they choose, 4,000 foot this is the ground. This is the ground as opposed to this below the real ground. Because then if you make a mistake and you get 4,000 feet wrong, you go 3,990 something feet and you didn't crash. So that wouldn't be too bad, would it? It's better to find out that way that you hit the ground than find out that you really hit the ground. Foorrest was talking altitude, just like the lead searcher was looking for a chest of pot metal. Foorrest here doesn't know what that means. For a chest of pot metal. Don't know what pot metal means. Don't know what that means. I have no idea what pot metal means. Just like the lead searcher. The lead searcher. Even that. What did he say in that? I can't remember what he said. Statistically, did he say a statistical solve? Bluff. Oh, what did he say? Even that, it's like, oh, that's right. Foorrest put this lure out in the hope that people find the lure, but they don't find the other stuff. Can't remember how it went now. But basically, he wasn't even understanding that. that, Foorrest thought he could put this chest out, they'd find it, and then they wouldn't bother looking for the other stuff. So, he could take it with him. Some sort of scenario like that. Or he could put it out there, and then no one would search in the same place. You could hide it again in the same place. No one's going to find it there. Oh. Home of Brown is located in a complex of brown stones. Home of Brown is located in the complex of brown stones. Complex of brown stones. I can't answer that. It's ironic that people get wrenched in here. I don't know what that means, Nikki. It's ironic that people get wrenched in here. Does that mean they get given a wrench, or does that mean they get taken out? Bippity bop. I don't know. Hey! It's Miami Vice Man. How you doing? Me and David B are talking about you having the scoop. And we don't mean ice cream this time. Lead is a pop metal like a bullet lead, which is... Oh, I don't want to think about that. It's good to see you anyway, Ben. The debate is whether you've shaved or not. That's what the debate is. And so I was saying to Davey, I don't want you to confirm or deny anything, Ben. That's not why I'm doing this. So don't confirm or deny anything. So I was talking to Davey, and I was saying it's possible for Ben to, even if know something or don't know something, it's possible for Ben to shave, even based on the fact that he said he was going to Santa Fe. Because then that's fun and answers. But so at some point going to Santa Fe, if there is a fun and answers time, the fact that going to Santa Fe, there's an answer. And going to Santa Fe is fun. So therefore, there is a truth in that statement. There is fun, there are answers, so you can shave. Whether that's the fun and answers that you have, that you want to give to people, that might be different. But the statement you made is about fun, is about answers, because everybody's looking forward to you going to Santa Fe. The shovel, scoop, the new handle, new name, scoop, name. I don't know. But so yeah, you could have shaved. You don't have to shave. Could have shaved and still, been true to your word. But it is good to read you like a bullet lead. Oh, Davey getting clever there with the TW. Can I answer yet? There is a simple truth. Ben, you probably know what the simple truth is. The simple truth is, a few years, a couple of years, how many, several. Before the chase started, something was set in motion. A physical something set in motion. This thing started to happen. Would have been planned before then. Probably, with the birth of something in the 70s or someone in the 70s. And then moving forward, things took place and are still taking place in regard to that. And it's possible that because 2009 came along and you were involved in 2009, whether it's a narrative, whether it's real, it doesn't matter. It's part of the thrill of the chase. So the person that was there at the beginning, in the sense that before the chase started, you would think would be there at the end. If that makes sense to anyone. Makes sense to me. Amy! Hello. How are you? It's good to see you in here. I'm not going to shave till the fat lady sing. Oh, no, that's not what he said. Sorry, putting words in your mouth. I'm not going to shave till the day before I go. Don't want to jinx things. Yeah, like I say, there's a script that has to take place. The thing is, with the community, they were expecting you to shave. They were expecting you to do a video, blah, 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 blah. And, in my mind, which is not very, a smart mind, it's not a very smart mind at all. In my mind, you could have been able to keep your word with the information that was given. People are trying to read into what's going on, in a bad way, but I don't see it that way. And I don't know if people are fed up. I don't see why they should be. This is getting closer and closer to epic, closer and closer to fun and answers, closer and closer to realizations, and everyone should be, excited and appreciative of all that's gone before. As bad as it may seem, this is only that's crazy. This is only bad because nobody's listening. Now I know you're all going to get, wow, I'm listening. No, this is only things are not what they seem, and words don't mean what you think they do. So why is anybody upset? Surely the opposite of what you've got must be good. Like if everything was rosy and things weren't as they seem, and words don't mean what you think they do, then you could be miserable because it's not really good. It's really shit. But things are shit. And they're not what you think they are. And words don't mean what you think they do. So if everything is shit, you must know. Seriously, I don't get it. You must know that everything's great. You must know that everything's great. Listen, nothing is as it seems. Oh, it's fucking shit. Excuse my French. It's shit. It's a shit show. The chase is a shit show. Okay, it's a shit show, but it's not what it seems. Oh, great. It's not a shit show. It must be something good. I don't see any difficulty in understanding that, or understanding that words don't mean what you think they do. So therefore, if nothing is as it seems, it's great. Obviously, there's something great happening. We don't know what it is. All right. Yeah, we don't know what it is. We don't know what it is, but it's great. It's great. Something happening is great. And what we've been told is not what we think it is, because words don't mean what we think they do. So things are really great. What are those things that could be great? Let's see what the poem says about what these things that could be great. People don't. They just keep bitching and moaning about the same scenario that is not what you think it is. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's not. It's like, I don't know. What is it like? What is it like? It's like being in a virtual game. It's like being in a virtual game and you believe it's real. You believe it's real. And you're pissed off when the game ends and you accumulated $1 million in this game. The game ends and you come out and you haven't got $1 million. You were told it wasn't real. Why would you expect to have $1 million when the game ends when it's not real? So what is it really about? What is it really about? Is there more than $1 million? Have I been playing this game virtually when I should have been listening and playing it in the real world? And people talk about Ready Player One and all those things. And yeah, just, I don't know. I don't know what people don't hear. I'm not going to oh, damn it. It's gross. Just shave. Seams. Embroidery, that is. Oh, no, it's not. It's not what it seems. It is embroidery. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Don't get me wrong, beards can be sexy. But at this point, if it was my hub, I'd shave it myself. Oh. there's two ways to take that. There's the, I understand my man, and if he doesn't want to shave, I understand that. I don't appreciate it, but I understand it. And there's the, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It looks horrible. Off, get it off. So neither is wrong. I'm not saying one's right or one's wrong. I'm just saying there's two ways to look at it. Here's my man. He's made a statement. I respect him for doing what it is that he said he was doing. Not gonna push him. And then there's, the other way of looking at it, like, you look a mess. I don't want to go out and look a mess. Ashley feels about the same way, Duke. Yes. But as I've just said, there are those people that will accept it, and there will be those people that won't accept it. I think in the right circumstances, most people will accept it. They will go, it's bloody horrible. Shave it off. And you say, oh, what's going on? Probably telling me I should have a shave. So it's horrible. Shave it, shave it, shave it. No, I can't shave it. I said I wasn't going to shave it. Okay. Got to be some animals living. There was already an animal living in there. His name was Ben. There was already one animal in there. Wasn't there, Ben? So I think, Yvonne was like Ashley. If I said that I was going to grow a beard until such time, she would hate it. She really would hate it. But she would let me grow it, to my toes if that's what I wanted to do. I will subscribe to your channel if you do. Oh, Ben. If you Ben's not in it for subscriptions and likes and what's the thing? Chat money. Not in it for chat money or subscriptions. That's not much of a that's not much of an incentive. If you were subscribed and said, well, I'll unsubscribe, it still wouldn't be an incentive. So what would be an incentive? Ben, I'll tell you what the answers are before show. I'm trying to think of an incentive that would make Ben shave. What would be an incentive? Don't know. I don't think there would be one, to be fair. What's wrong with a good beard? Some men have crop failure and would love to have that ability. Yeah. I've seen some beards that are no. No, you can't get away with that. And some beards, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, Ben's ain't that bad compared to what it could be. Like that, which is a little bit different. Mario, gold coins from Donkey Kong. The game was fun. We got high scores, and some just got high. High is probably a really important word. Like up and down, absolutely. Donkey Kong up and down, but up and down, straight up and down, just high is a good word. And gold coins, gold is good. Gold too, as well as anything else. Donkey Kong, wow, that tastes me about that though. Yeah, I don't know. I find probably because I've done it's in my head for years, so to me it seems really simple. This, I don't know. I can't believe that you people don't know the answers. I really don't believe that you don't know the answers. I really don't. I really don't. I say the same to Dave. It's like they didn't get through. Davey, not Dave. They didn't get through 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years of life, and they can't understand this simple instruction. It's not. No, it can't be. I can't. Like when Foorrest said it's simple. I can't explain how easy it is when you just listen and go, okay, then if that's what he said, then okay. Is that it? That's it. I did all of this just for that. No way. No way. I did not do all of this just for that. That's crazy. And you know, some got high. Which is, you know, tantamount to being blazed, I suppose. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's got a good thing going. I'm not in it for subscribers. Yeah. The beard represents my penance for the failed 6 to 9 months timeline. I wasn't selling anything ever. No. And, you know, if I was a friend of yours, I'd be right there saying, yeah, you know, shouldn't knock him. Doesn't matter how bad it looks, doesn't matter, you know, how long it takes. You made a statement, you stuck by it. Good on you. You know, I would be more pissed if you did shave it. If you made the statement, you know, and some would say it's stubborn, but you know, I think, well, you stick by your principles. You made a statement, as bad as it is, got to do it. Got to do it. Bit of metal and resolve, Ben. A bit of metal and resolve. That's what you need. There is your out if you ever need it. I have to be honest, Jeep Girl, I think, or Jeep Girl Jody, the whole lot, or Jody, or I think even if you said that if you don't, I will get everybody that subscribed to you to unsubscribe. I don't think that'd bother. I don't think that'd bother. Well, it wouldn't bother me. Ben, JCB said no shovels needed for his hunt. So just shave now. Hey, Huska, how you doing? It's always good to have you here. Yeah, and that's why, because it makes me laugh. Yeah, but is it a new handle that's needed? Or a scoop that's needed? 2 votes for you, Ben. You'd look 13 again. 13? Oh, he's still standing. He's still standing. I worry about the giant face tear. Oh man, that's going to be bad news. That is. Like, you're going to be white here. White. And then this bit, it's going to be darker. You'll have to go straight into a suntan thing. Better sleep at night. Less. What? JK. What? Don't know what that means. I've done a lot more for less. It's all relative. I guess there really is a less than 0. So much software. Yeah. So I always look at the words. You know, what does shave mean? What does beard mean? Foorrest talked about it himself. Met this man with a beard. Did the curry thing. Blah blah blah. More than once he talked about a beard. You know. Yeah. I'm not being nasty. I'm just saying. You know, this is how it is. Hiya, Mario. Arizona 10 is more a burn. Ooh. Yeah, my head isn't as I say my head. So I used to go out in the sun all the time, never used to bother me. I love the sun, I love the heat. Not bothered in the slightest. But since, you know, that happened, I'm a little bit more careful because it does tend to hurt more, and it does peel more, than the rest of me. So it's not good when you're out in the sun for too long and you have no hat. I don't normally wear a hat, whether it rains or whether it's sunny. I don't normally wear a hat, apart from when I do my channeling Ben stuff. I put a cap on then. I've probably got about 10 caps that I never wear. I don't know. I keep buying them. Mario may know more. I may do. I may do. I think I did the Magnificent Seven the other day. Talked about that. Oh, Stoof. Why has that not moved? Me and David talked about The Big Short and the Dances with Wolves the other day. Magnificent Seven, The Secret Moon, The Secret Life. And we were discussing what would it take to make the timer move on stoof.com? What would it take? And why is the hyena in the top left-hand corner where the monarch butterfly is? Why is there a picture of Foorrest's face? Why is there a picture of another person? And why is the hyena, which is the retriever, why are they there? Are they a soul? Are there free souls in the thrill of the chase? Is Willie part of a soul? Is the milk and the gas part of a soul? Well, gas can. And why is the gas can separate to the funnel? Why is there a funnel there as opposed to, sitting on the gas can itself? Why did it need to be just left there? So the stuff inside, there's a red herring picture and there's a load of stuff inside. And there's Willie outside. There's Foorrest outside, along with possibly Jack and this other person. And then there's milk, a gas can, a brave, I don't know, say the right word, teepee, wigwam, whatever they call them, 2 Amigas, some wood with a Victor in it. And some spurs. I hope nobody squats in there. Hope nobody squats in that room. Spurs and a key. Well, more than one key because there's a lock. Oh, and a key. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? A lock and a key. And oh no, that would mean that Rambo was there as well. What's Rambo for? Ben should have kept the fly box to barter with if the treasure box is found soon. I'm sure it was revealing toward the. Yes. Hello, Jojo. I didn't realise it was you. Hey, yeah. I think it was revealing. I think those flies, a fly more in particular. Hi, Fenn reflection. Hey, Woody. Yeah, she missed a bit about the reflection. Forest reflection and the other reflection, and the reflection you couldn't find, and the dirt that was difficult to find without the R. And found Mario. Missed all that. We talked about all that. Dave, and he didn't understand what was going on, but all in the poem, all simple. You can find everything once you find something. And Dave just has no clue. No idea why all of it was said. But then when you read the poem and, you understand it for what it is. Even that word understanding is in the poem, helping you understand something that Dave is totally oblivious to. with all these, I call bullshit. Yes, it helps me. I don't know. It's just crazy. But sometimes I shout, you know, to not prove frustration. It's not to prove the frustration. It's to help you understand your frustration. But more often than not, I'm laughing because you can't do a whole video saying this is bullshit, exclamation marks, question marks, not just one or two, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 question marks, exclamation marks, and then at the end of it go, yeah, it helps me. What? You just basically spent the whole video going, no, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that. No, don't expect me to believe that. No, don't expect me to believe that. No, this is bullshit. Oh yeah, it helps me. Thanks. Dave, what are you talking about? They mention superheroes and you go, yeah, it helps you. How does it help you? How does the fact that there's superheroes in the chest, Foorrest being one of them, the community being every part of it, how does that help you? And the one superhero that you ignore, Super Mario, you never even mention him. Not that I'm saying I'm Super Mario, but he's a Marvel character. A Marvel gaze. A Marvel character. And Chris, whatever his name is that played him, and the unknown person that's in there, and all of those possible hints to the thrill of the chase, and you ignore them. It's beyond. Yes, Willie is. So is Milk. Have you seen Willie's face recently? Have I seen his face recently? I may have done. I may have seen his face while I was looking at the hyena. I call it a hyena. It might not be. I might be wrong. But the hyena is a retriever. It could be a coyote. It could be a fox. It could be all sorts of things. Doesn't look like a fox, but I'm just saying those synonyms don't make any sense. Same. So if that is a retriever, that is Jack. So Jack is there, Foorrest is there, and then someone else. And in Dances with Wolves, he had to go because you were coming. I don't know. So if you look outside, there's definitely 3 souls. And if you think of the chase, it's possible that there's 3. You got 9 Mile Hole. I nearly said what it was then. You've got 9 Mile Hole, and then you've got 2 more. One a secret treasure, one a chest, or 2 chests, or however you want to, riches, troves, treasures, chests, any of those words that are in the poem. Will lie, a little lie, F lies, told you to go run in circles, and the blaze is in the poem. One word is key. Word 1, don't mess with the poem. F lies. Well, if you look up the word lied or lies, you'll walk around in circles. I only saw one use for the fly box, Joe, to keep the thrill of the chase going. MJ! Woo! Yeah, there's always riots in England now. There's right. Anybody that has a... You upset me thinks that it's worth having a riot. It's just crazy. The world's crazy. Just, I'm still of the opinion my rights don't end because your feelings start. No. You can't live in a world where you can be respectful to everybody's feelings. It's impossible. It's impossible. And for you to be upset, well, I've seen something that says Kamala. That's how you have to say her name. Kamala. It's written down. So when these news reporters or whatever read it, it's written down that you say Kamala. COMMALUH. Kamala. So what? Come on. Life's too short to worry about. You didn't say my name right. Shut up. You called me a he instead of a she. You did this and you did that. I'm a transgendered person. I want to be known as this, that. What? Shut up. It's crazy. You can't please everybody. It's not going to happen. You've got a whole world, not just America. You've got a whole world saying that you need to treat these people like this, these people like this, these people like this. And it's just racist, sexist, ageist, every ist you can think of. You're pushing people out because these people need to be treated specially. You're giving a woman a job because she's a woman. You're giving a transgender person a job because they're transgendered. You're giving a black person a job because he's black. When's it going to end? It's all ist. You're picking on everyone. You gave this woman a job. That means a black person can't have it. A Chinese person can't have it. A white person can't have it. A gendered person can't have it. Blah, blah, blah. Then you give a gendered person a job. That means a woman can't have it. A black person can't have it. A white person can't have it. What do you do? What's the world coming to? Stop it. It's pathetic. It really is pathetic. I just don't get it. Stop it. You can't please everybody. It's impossible. So why is the world going to shit because you're giving people jobs that they can't do? And don't say that's not the case. Of course it is. There is no evidence that says I'm going to have 30% more women in this job because they're better than the people that would normally have the job anyway. No, you're just giving people jobs based on their skin, based on their gender. What? No. Not just jobs, but anywhere. Oh, we need so many people in this. We need so many people in that. My world will end if this person gets in power. What? No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't. You must vote for this person because blah, blah, blah. No. Has this person got the right policies? No. Okay, I'm not voting for them. It said over here that they will fine you if you don't vote. So, how can you fine me? It's not my fault that the people who want to be elected aren't good enough to be elected. Why is that my fault? Fine them for not being good enough for me to vote for them. Don't fine me, idiots. I can't help if they're not worth voting for. Make them worth voting for or fine them. Then they'll probably try and get worth voting for. So yeah, always going to be riots, I think. Brutal Truth is on and everyone is really nice. Well, you better go Brutal Truth. Actually, I don't want to be along because COWLAZARS going live over the JCB. I got to run and prepare my Monday night football bets. Ooh. Shall I look in the poem and see which one's coming? I'll come back and watch the rest later tonight. Yeah, I'm going now because, like I say, well, I just said Brutal Truth's on and COWLAZARS going live. So thanks for being here. Say hi to Ashley and everybody. Hope everybody's good there. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Even the word everything is in, yes, 100%. Everything is in the poem. Everything. You know, that statement, you don't realize how important that statement. Everything is in the poem. Everything, along with understanding. Everything is in the poem. It's crazy. Ben, it's knit season. It's knit season. How often does Ashley check? Oh, knit season. I thought you were talking about football. I feel like a mirrored image. I guess I should stop looking in the mirror. Well, in order for that to happen, you need Mensa to shine. And you need Ryan, aka Moto, to get your answer. That's why. But yeah, the reflection, that was weird. Like, I couldn't believe what he was saying. It's like, just read the poem. It's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. Right there. There's Foorrest. There's his reflection. There's the chest. Here's the dirt. Dirty chest. The dirty chest. Here's the dirty chest with everything along here. Here's the dirty chest. And here is the reflection. Oh no, there's no reflection. Can't get a reflection off this person. Nobody knows who this person is. This person is a ghost. We don't know who this person is with this dirty chest, where, if you look round, there's diamonds, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, pearls, all sorts of things. Oh, I wonder why he found those. Piecemeal. It's like, here's your information. Here's your information from somebody who knows. Like, you basically, I could be wrong. Me and Dave, we could be wrong. The person who wrote that could have been Foorrest. And we've got a searcher saying, no, don't believe that. No, don't believe that. No, don't believe that. No, don't believe that. No, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that. All the way through, exclamation marks and question marks. And then at the very end, says, yes, it helped me, thanks. I'm thinking, what? You've just literally said this is a whole load of rubbish. And at the end says it helps you. And then tries to talks about me, the FBI, and Peggy. I'm like, just sit down for a bit, breathe deeply, read the poem, and see what it is you're talking about. It just begs belief. Don't share chin straps. Jackal, yeah, jackal, or a retriever. I make a motion to have I can't see it, the heart's in the way, a row of Ben's beard. A roast of Ben's beard? What does that mean? I make a motion to have a roast of Ben's beard. Don't know what that means. But I second the motion, Huska, because if you made the motion, I'm 100% certain it's a good motion. Unless it's, according to Dave, shite. I don't want that sort of motion. Maybe he was talking about it helped him with his rubbish. I don't know. You mentioned superheroes and he's like all over it. And it's like, he said in the chest, Dave. These superheroes in the chest. Everything is in the poem. Even a mirror, 5 by 26 column, 26 by 26 table reflects. As I'm wow. These magnetic, enigmatic, magic mirror. But I think that's what he talked about, the magic mirror. The magic mirror. Where was that? What was I talking about that for? I was talking about the magic mirror. Did Dave say it was a magic mirror? This magic mirror did this, and this. I can't remember now what it was. But there is a mirror in there. So, like, there's the reflection, the chest. And then just below the trove and the chest, there's a mirror. A mirror that I see myself in. And there's a mirror that I can see my reflection in. And if I couldn't, then I would need another turn. But I've already done that. So more than, a few hundred times. So I'm at the point now that I can see a piece of myself in the mirror. And I understand that it's difficult to see that reflection, not of Foorrest, but of, somebody else. It's difficult to see that reflection or to make that reflection unless. So if everything is in the poem, which it is, and if there's a gunfight or a showdown, or can't remember what we said it was, a fight. You fight. Gunfight. Trying to work it all out. Lots of different. Oh, going. I remember going. Nope, it's not coming to me. It's not coming to me. Means insult. I make a motion to have a insult of Ben Beards. I think, I don't know. I just see Ben as a person. Doesn't matter whether he's got a beard or not. Just, there he is. And he made a statement and kept to his word. So I see this person that is, as far as I can see, honourable in, what he's done. And, I don't even, whilst I pay attention to what he's done, the beard, I see it, obviously see it, but because of why it's there, it doesn't. Jokes, etc., etc., etc. The king and I. Why did Foorrest need a throne? Not deserve a throne. Why did Foorrest say, I always thought I deserved a throne? Anybody know? If this was just about a chest, which, I'm pretty certain now that people are realising it wasn't, and it's impossible for their soul to be correct because it wasn't about the chest. It's impossible for their soul to be correct because Foorrest said, don't tell me you found a chest. It's impossible for their soul to be correct because you heard that Foorrest said, nobody'd ever find it there, based on what Charlo said. If it wasn't about the chest, that chest, if it wasn't about that, what was it about? And why are you worried about what you call a shit show when nothing is as it seems? So you're in a position to realise that things are good. Everything's good. The chase is where it should be. And it's heading towards, I don't know, the end is ever drawing nigh. So we're just going around the last bend of the last lap, and we're heading towards the bell now. Remember, you've got to ring the bell loud enough for us to hear. So we're taking that bend and heading towards that, the straight, right straight to it. So we're heading to that. And all the information that comes out, from now till then, is all good. So instead of being, fed up, pissed off, angry, vindictive, whatever, instead of being all that, you should be keen to understand that not only will there be answers, there will be the promise of new discoveries. There will be fun, there will be epic, and there will be answers. That should make everybody, sit up, take notice, want to be involved in the going forward, not in what's happened in the past. That will all come to light and sort itself out. But the going forward. And, today, COWLAZARS will do their bit. I need to go because Brutal Truth is doing his bit. Old Greg, so I don't want to step on this. So GoFundMe for Ashley would be better. What? You've got to pay Ashley to get Ben to shave. GoFundMe for Ashley would be better. Don't know, better than what? I don't know. I don't know what that's in relation to. I'm not sure. Not sure. So, going forward, the JCB interview on Spotify. David B put a link in the chat earlier on. I was going to talk about it, but obviously COWLAZARS is going to probably do a better job than I would anyway. Or Brutal Truth might be doing it. I don't know. But going forward, that's what everybody should be thinking about. If you said it before, if you keep looking back, if you keep looking to the past, you're going to trip over the future. And, totally ignore the present. So live in the present, look forward, learn from the past, but don't live in it, learn from it, and move forward. So in the moving forward, you will be able to understand the past. because more information will come to light. But if you stick in the past and ignore the information seriously right in front of you, if you ignore that information, I don't know, you're just going to remain bitter, I think. Hi, I'm back. Greg went live with some video on it. Yeah, I think COWLAZARS is going to do the same video. Has he stopped now, Greg? So you're going to make me feel guilty now that he's going to do that. So yeah, COWLAZARS is going to do the same thing. Don't know what WB is. You're trying to fool me now. So yeah, the link to it, if anybody wants to see it, if they haven't seen it on Greg's, is, I don't know if you can get to the top of this. Dave, are you still here? Can you pop it in again, just in case anybody wants to see it? So I was going to talk about it, but then COWLAZARS put a quick, we're going to do this later. So about JCB and Spotify. So but listen to it, because we think there's information in there that is, very relevant to where we are in the chase. And I don't know whether it was intentionally done that way, or whether they made a mistake and did it that way. Yeah, I think this is epic fun. This is everything that it was supposed to be. I think people are going to get involved. There'll be those people that were in the chase before may come back. You may see Sasha, you may see Jason, you may see Toby and Shelley, and Illinois Ghost, and people may come back in. I don't know what they're going to call it. Obviously, it's JCB's hunt. Are they still going to call it the chase? I would hope so, but that's not up to me. Chase sounds good. I think if you're going to say, oh, the JCB hunt is a little bit much. The Treasure Inside hunt, there's Treasure Inside. That's a little bit much. The chase is still, nice, easy. Are you involved in the JCB hunt? Yeah, I still think there's a crane involved. It's a private joke. The crane just, I don't know. Whilst this seems, a long time, 5 years isn't that long. If you think back, when you're a child, how many years have passed? 5 years is not much. So, was Cal the weirdo? Yes, the weirdo interview. That's it. Because that is what I saw. We learned something today. Ooh, good. I'm glad. Sandwich. So yeah, it's the weirdo interview. So yes, but they may have more information. So whilst Greg's done it and try to steal their thunder, I don't think that's good. I haven't talked about it because they said they were going to go live. So so that's the link. If anybody wants to watch it before they see COWLAZARS, so they have an idea what it is they're talking about. More channels. Oh dear. Well, they might. It's like the politics now. Kamala as saying, inflation down 3%, but it still means it was up. It still means 3%. It went up to 9, down 3%, 6, 3%. It's still above what it's supposed to be. So no, you're not. You haven't done anything good. You're still above what you should be. But same with people say more channels, but it might be the same channel, same people. So not more channels, just there was probably 10, 20 channels at one point in the chase. Now there aren't so many, Hopefully Indy comes back, does her channels. If Toby and Shelley come back and do something, if Sasha and Jason come back and do something, people like Manalone, Susie, there's people out there that were already in the thrill of the chase, and if they come back, it's not more channels, just same people just doing it. Compliments of COWLAZARS. Yes, please go to COWLAZARS. Yeah, sorry for that link. So got the link from COWLAZARS, and if you wish to see it before you go to COWLAZARS, then it's probably a good idea too, because they would have already seen it and they would have, to and fro the information. May add a little bit more to it. So I'm going to go because obviously they're going to go live at some point. Sorry to Greg, I didn't know who was going to go live and do it. I knew COWLAZARS was going to go live, but they normally go live later, so I wasn't going to be treading on their toes. I didn't know, but Greg must have seen it and thought, "Oh, I want to tell them." The more channels, the more opportunity for misinformation. I work solo. Yes, Hans, you work solo. Even that, hands on the chest, even that statement, that's unreal. Pleasant dreams. Yes, it is 0030. Not, oh no, 0033. Sorry, 0033 is a good number as well. And I was impressed with the 111, Luli. That was awesome number, that is. I don't know how you managed to get that. I don't know if it's just a random fluke. Don't know. But 111, awesome. For the chase, awesome. So I thank you for watching. Dave, this was mainly, you and Frank probably, just to listen. But there is, I've said some helpful information again. And if people want to hear it, then they'll hear it. And if they don't, they won't. But, I'll do that. Oh, big waves. I wish it was. Well, 1.1 is not bad. 1.1. 1.1. 1.1. Yeah, I appreciate you all coming in. Again, please don't think that I'm trying to be clever, awkward, nasty, or vindictive, or trying to prove that I have the solve and I have the answers. I'm just saying, look, here's the information. This is what I did. This is what Foorrest Fenn said to me. He said to all of us. But I took it as he was talking to me, which everybody says, Foorrest talked to me. I took it that he was talking to me, and most of the time he just slapped me around the face and say, "Look, I didn't say that." And that's the one thing you need to take away from Foorrest Fenn. It's like, he didn't say it. We thought he said it. It's not what he said. So most of the time he was saying that to me, "Mary, I didn't say that." I'm like, "Yes, you did. This is what you said." "Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay." "Okay, you didn't say that. You didn't say that, but you said this. And that may well just have been, you might as well be saying that, but you obviously didn't say that, because now that I read it and hear it, you didn't say that." So everything that Foorrest said was hinting at something important. Even when you thought he never meant to say it. Even when he made the impression that he wasn't giving out information. Like, did the hot water affect Patina? "Oh, thanks." Okay, so you want to give us that information. So sometimes there was not an email. There wasn't a person speaking to Foorrest. Foorrest just wanted to give out the information, and he did it in that manner. And that was supposed to help, not hinder. Jeff, hello. I'm sorry, but I'm just going. It's going to be COWLAZARS night, I think, unless Greg is still live and goes live longer. But they're going to talk about the JCB video. If you all think back, Paul said there was going to be a JCB video before there was a JCB video. So how did Paul know there was going to be a JCB video? You are a card. So yes, look forward to Luli Bell doing the tarot. I don't know what the subject matter is going to be, but look forward to that. Maybe have a list of things, of subjects, and then we'll all be tuning in. Hi MJ again. Greg just put up a link of the weirdo. Yeah, David B's just put it up ahead up above there. So if anybody wants to see it before they go and watch COWLAZARS, do that, and then you have some idea of what it is they're going to be talking about. Weirdo interview, and it's a bit using the word weirdo because that seems to be, if you've got a different view than liberals, that's what you are. I don't think people are weirdos, but there might be a reason it's called Weirdo. Tonight, a follow-up and a small reading. Oh, tonight. Sorry to come in late. Good morning, my friend. No, don't be sorry. I wasn't, I don't expect anybody to come in, to be fair. But I was going to do, the JCB stuff and other stuff, but then COWLAZARS, from the information I got, said they were going live. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were going live. So I did not say anything. It's up to them to say it. It's a channel called Weirdo. Yeah, I know, but in this political climate, the weirdo thing is, yeah, it's got John and Steph, which almost sounds like Jonathan Stoof. John and Steph. So that's weird. And it's on a channel called Weirdo. So yeah, John and Steph are the interviewers, and obviously interviewing JCB. And it just seems weird that it's John and Steph, not John and Stoof. There's just too much to keep up with. But that, that'll be the fun and the epicness, and the answers. The trying to get your head around all the stuff that's going on, and it will, start all over again. There's too much. Done that. So, yep. Thanks again for everyone being here, talking, chatting. Thanks for the likes. Like I said, I don't do it for subscribers, for likes. Mainly, it's to prove that Foorrest Fenn has done something amazing, and we're all going to benefit, one way, shape, or form from what Foorrest Fenn has done. And it's not a hoax, and it's not a fraud, and it's not, all those things that Foorrest is accused of, and that it's something good, and that we should all be proud. First and foremost, we should be proud that we're involved in it, and are still involved in it. But we should be proud of Foorrest, to take. I don't know how he did it. I keep saying it. I don't. I think about it. I think no. But he did it, and congratulations to Foorrest. Firstly, for coming up with, the idea, then the idea, then the idea, then the idea within the idea, and everything one after the other, and then making it work in the way that it's supposed to, and affecting the future, taking it with him, as it were. All of those things, doing everything that the average person will think is impossible, but he did it. Now that is a statement, mate. Be proud. Yeah, you should be proud. Everybody should be proud. Just, if nothing is as it seems, then everything's good. I don't see how people can't see that. I don't see how people stay miserable. It's like nothing is as it seems, and you call it a shit show. So if nothing is as it seems, it's not a shit show. So it must be something good. If it's not a shit show, it's going to be the opposite of shit show. It's like, I don't see how that's difficult. I don't see why people should be miserable when you're being told, look, this shit show that you say it is, it's not that. So then it must be something better. I know there'll be people that say, yeah, it must be worse then. But no, it must be better. It's not what you think it is. It must be something else. And that something else is better. And there's a promise of new discoveries. And all of those things that Foorrest said that nobody hears. You know, when you look forward, when you think that he's going to affect the future, when you know that there's a promise of new discoveries, when you hear him say, think nice thoughts, you know, that's where you should have been. That's what you should have been doing, not this shit show stuff. Think nice thoughts. If things aren't what they seem and you need to think nice thoughts, then it's all good. Has to be. Has to be. So thanks again. Lulu Bell, weirdos. So I do honestly thank you. I suggest, you don't have to, take no notice of me. I suggest you watch the video, a few times to be fair, just to get your head around it. And then when you go watch it on COWLAZARS, you have an idea of what it is they're talking about. And, whatever else they add to it, if they add anything to it. So thank you all. Have a great night. David B, you have a great day. See you later. Ciao for now.